hope not, Lou. Stop calling me. I never asked for your services.
Radíme všem občanům, aby se vyhýbali přelidněným prostranstvím a pokud možno nevycházeli z domu.
What did she say?
We won't push you aside for your augments. We want you to be part of something.
How are they taking it? No, no more. I don't care what you do. I don't care about you.
Kvůli nedávným událostem je Ručičkovo nádraží z důvodu oprav uzavřeno. Omlouváme se za komplikace.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Felice Allman, and I represent the Santo Group. We're looking for able-bodied augmented persons like you to help us create the future.
Don't take this the wrong way, but this might be the wrong town to hawk a dream of the future in.
Don't you think it's exactly the right one? Prague, a city with no respect for the choices its citizens made to become augmented. The choice you made.
And you're going to tell me Santos found a city that does respect us?
We're making it. You can't deny the world has to change. For the better this time. Augmentations helped us take great steps before. And we can do it again. In Rabia. A concept city. 3D printed. Beyond state-of-the-art. A symbol of evolution.
In the deserts of Oman. I've seen the news stories. But Santo's not a charity, and I don't think your stakeholders are philanthropists.
That's why they've asked people like me to spread the word, to make an offer. Incentive-driven employment for any augmented person. You'll get a sponsored work permit for the duration of the city's construction.
And after that?
A guaranteed place in the residency lottery.
I appreciate that you believe in what you're selling, this new future. But the future the Augmented want is the same as anyone else.
And the world won't allow it! I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to. Santo is the only corporation in the world to increase its augmented workforce in the past 2 years. Did you know that?
That must be convenient for a construction business?
It's the opposite. Our CEO's life has been threatened for supporting the legitimacy of augmented people. But he, Mr. Brown, understands that the augmented saw the future early and rushed to meet it.
I thought the Udalek complex was Santo's future for the Augmented. From what I've heard, it didn't go to plan.
Not to our plan. Udalek was supposed to be a low-cost, high-volume housing solution for transient workers. It was never meant to become what it has.
And why didn't Brown step in? Doesn't look good to have your name associated with an Aug ghetto.
It's out of our hands. Since the incident, it's been run by the Czech state and their police. That will never happen with Rabia.
What guarantee do I have that life in Rabia is different than the segregation here? Or is that a lottery too?
Santo is the guarantee. We keep the rights to the city in perpetuity, never handing it off to people who want the Augmented out of sight and out of mind.
But that's still exactly what you're doing. A city in a bubble, born from fear between Augmented and non-Augmented.
There have always been divisions in society. There always will be. That's why there are walls. Someone has to build the walls, and that's Santo.
So this incentive program, positioning Rabia for the Augs, it's all on Nathaniel Brown?
Everything. The industrial printing of the city, the archaeological design, the recruiting drive, even the street teams. Mr. Brown met us personally to sign off on us. Would you believe it?
Yeah, I think I would. Archaeological?
Architectural ecology. Rabia is zero footprint, fully self-sufficient. It is not just his solution for the augmented, it is his solution for cities. It is visionary. There is no other word for it.
Right. Unfortunately, most of the visionaries I've met were so busy chasing their grand plan, they lost sight of the little people. You've given me a lot to chew on. I can't sign up with you on the spot.
Just consider it. What I've told you. I'm not trying to sell you the e-brochure of Rabia. You've seen it all anyway. They're just pictures and holograms. I want you to believe in the place.
Hlášení o pohřešovaných osobách. Po útoku na Ružičkově nádraží se stále pohřešuje několik osob. Podrobnosti najdete na...
Telling me you don't think we moved there? No.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiate. Access granted.
Through this shift. Here we go.
Skoro mi připadá, že jsme v chomoutu s Rusákama.
Security Council Resolution 3507, also known as the Human Restoration Act. This legislation, if passed, calls for the removal and downgrading of all overly powerful, unlicensed augmentations. Individuals who fail to comply will be arrested and relocated to designated AUG-only locations. Safety is the primary concern, especially in the wake of the AUG incident, where millions of people lost their lives due to malfunctioning augmentations. Opponents of the legislation have been protesting all over the world, and many of the protests have turned violent. This escalation in the violence and rhetoric has only widened the gap and polarized the dialogue on both sides of the issue. We will be watching the UN closely for any break in the story. This is Eliza Kazan, reporting to you, live.
Stop this. A shot everywhere. We're all unique together. A shot.
In yet an terror attack, 251 passengers aboard Sister Airlines Flight 461
Anomaly detected. Access granted.
ruthlessly butchered its flight crew. Details recovered from the black box recorder suggest that the man may have been... years ago when augmented people all over the world...
Fucking Bali run this city.
With his fake arms and pulled it out like everything was fine. The last bank to give Ox credit stopped doing it 4 months ago. Where was this guy been?
Access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Like I'm always telling you, Mano, people in all country are more genuine. They treat each other with respect. If a man has something to say, he says it to your face. Politely. That is what... Rust.
Go away, Clegg. We're closed.
Oh, he is not here to gamble, Vanna. Are you?
You're Otar?
I am Mr. Botkovelli, yes. And who are you?
I'm here on behalf of a concerned third party.
Oh, you hear that, Mano? Our guest is a very private person.
I found it pays to be cautious when you don't know exactly who you're dealing with.
That is true. But sometimes it can create problems which could have been avoided had they been more forthcoming. If neither man is willing to compromise, they cannot reach a satisfactory understanding.
I would like to avoid any misunderstandings.
Good. So in this case, since you already know my name, and no doubt other things about me, I think you owe me the same courtesy.
I'm with Interpol, but I'm not here to cause any trouble. Organized crime is someone else's department. I'm here to pick up the shipment you're withholding from Václav Koller.
Vano, look. The only honest policeman in Prague. Koller must want this item very much to send someone like you. But I will tell you what I told Koller. No, he cannot have the calibrator, and you can't either. Dealing with Augs is bad business. A point which some people in this organization have yet to understand.
I see. You're a man of principle. A businessman who cares for the organization he's part of. But there's more to my being here than maybe you realize. Koller is a friend, and sometimes helping out a friend in need is good business.
You see, Vano, this is what I am always talking about. Loyalty. So tell me, Mr. Friendship, how far are you willing to go to help out a friend in need?
If someone needs my help, I give it. Any way I can.
It is like I am always telling him, you can get a lot accomplished just by having a conversation. I will let you have the calibrator.
Thanks. And what's it gonna cost me?
Listen to the man, Vano. Even when he gets what he wants, he does not trust it. What shall we do with such a man? What will it cost? A favor.
What kind of favor?
Don't worry. I will let you know in due time. It won't be too painful. Not for you. So what do you say? Do we have a deal, Mr.
Jensen, we have a deal.
Excellent. Upstairs in my office, you will find Koller's calibrator. I will be in touch.
Metro Ballistic can kill us all. You do not have the right to ask questions. A smart businessman keeps his options open. Taking a walk. You have orders. Follow me. What's next? Stay close. Ah, yes, Watch it. Do your job and you say work this camp.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
What do you mean you think he'd make a better cargo? Too wet down. He is a great sick. His family is because of him. Let him get what he came here for.
Never expected to see Mr. Boscovelli and the local.
Access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Deal with this brick fight.
Press the button. All you need to know.
Видишь там что-нибудь?
Stay back.
Nicolazzi doesn't find out about this.
Loyalty is a big thing for Mr. Botkovelli.
Just so you know, he's locked.
He is a guest. For now.
This world is not white and black.
Check the tables. Yes, again.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Areas up in the stratosphere.
Back to New York, and a more in-depth look. UN Security Council Resolution 3507, also known as the Human Restoration Act. This legislation, if passed, calls for the removal and downgrading of all overly powerful, unlicensed augmentation. Individuals who fail to comply will be arrested and relocated to designated
What if I get some disease?
have been protesting all over the world.
All right, Kohler. I've got your neuroplasticity calibrator.
That's great! I'm gonna pencil you in for that optimization procedure. Just as soon as I'm done with this house call.
What house call?
I got this other client, you know, doesn't like to be kept waiting.
Neither do I, Kohler. Call me when you're ready.
Why are you still here? Upstairs, I said. That's only the first most important thing.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Dlouho už jsem na hlídce. Přijde mi to jako celý dny.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Doufám, že něco najdeme.
Keep it in check. Moving to next.
Tradition.
Let's see what we've got.
Zpátky na to. Když se podívám, co tady ty augové napáchali.
I never saw you. You were never here.
What today?
Weapons hot. Okay.
Who listens to that garbage?
Did you really expect to come into my home without being invited? Bad idea. But now that you're here, maybe there's still a chance you get to leave. As you know, I'm a betting man. If I wasn't, we wouldn't be in this situation together. More importantly, you, the poor fucking bag boy, wouldn't be in this situation. So I want to make you a deal. This house has been rigged with a very special security response system. If you figure out how to disable it, your boss gets his credits and you get to walk out on your own 2 feet. On the other hand, if you don't figure out how to disable it, well, Ota doesn't get a single credit, but he'll know that Anton Suchitsky is not the man to fuck. As you can probably guess, I'm Ben. Okay. Good, deactivated.
Ten
Králo, čekám na rozkazy.
Dr. Tallis Rucker, leader of the Augmented Rights...
Over here. Welcome, welcome.
Nice gear you've got here.
All high-end. And you look like you know high-end. Which biotech did your job? Not Isolate. They don't come in black.
You try this on all your customers?
Just the ones made of carbon fiber. As one enthusiast to another, you can tell me.
Gonna have to disappoint you.
Maybe you can make it up to me. You look like the kind of man who might have access to breach software.
That stuff's illegal.
Come on, man, don't play around. You know why it's illegal. You know the world governments don't want us to find out their dirty secrets. But we will, and you can help us. Be part of the revolution. Anyway, just think about it. All the details are in the computer. Want to have a look? To sell or to buy?
Sure.
Great. Go ahead. No Fortress Heroes on board attacks.
Some other time.
Don't wait for planned obsolescence.
We'll talk about it later then.
Back to New York.
In the market, something, aren't you? Come to the right place.
Stay quiet. I don't like it.
Hlavně v klidu.
Tady je další.
Já jen nesnáším.
Buy from me, go away happy.
You are still deciding. Come back later.
Hele, je to, co si myslím, že to je?
Here's a little advanced
whole
drawing.
department is corrupt.
Take it all in, if you can. All this
Jestli to
and
takhle
more
půjde
in
dál,
red like this.
turistický ruch půjde do kopru.
I know you can't win this, but you must at least until tonight.
I probably should have untied them before I left.
Are you really doing any good? Why don't you go check?
The one Interpol created in 28 after that quote-unquote horrifying breakdown of cooperation between the intelligence gathering organizations worldwide. Not like we were expecting it to, of course. I mean, it's not like they could come out and say, we've created a special intelligence force of natural-born killers who can enter your country whenever it wants, bust into your house, and detain you for who knows how long if you happen to buy a pack of cigarettes from the local 7-Eleven. But you read what I'm reading these days, and by that I mean UN resolution.
Ah, customer, right? Over here. What do you want? Hypostims? Pick up a prescription? If you want Mikhail or the doctor, they're not here.
Who is Mikhail?
My nephew. He works here as an assistant, but he didn't show up for work today. His apartment is just across the street. Would it have killed him to let me know he can't come in?
Probably not. Especially since you seem like such an approachable boss.
Did you come here for something?
This place has a doctor?
Oh yes, Dr. Sipra, Mr. Big Shot from Tai Young. Who thinks he's too good for a place like this?
Tai Young. What did he do for them?
Pah. He calls it experimental neurotherapy. If he's so good, how come his patient ran away and he can't find her?
What does an experimental neural therapist do, exactly?
He is vague about it, and I don't care enough to ask. You want something else?
I'll take the hypostims.
Here. But that's all I have for now.
I'll be going.
Do what you want.
starting to think we're in bed with the Russians.
Co si to myslíš? Myslíš vážně? Já to už nepoznám.
Can't take that kickback.
So many people die.
Now, things are about to get really bad for us. How
Then we give the public trial.
That's so far. So far.
punishment fit the crime, I say.
Look, that was fucking intense.
Terrifying. I was just waiting for an explosion.
I told you we were going to be fine.
You did.
Area quiet. Nothing to report. You say something? Area's clear.
These assholes try anything.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Nothing to report.
A customer, welcome. You are still deciding? Come back later.
To se mi nějak nezdá.
Another damn clank.
Fuck walking this beat.
Understood. Just make it through this shift.
Skoro mi připadá, že jsme v chomoutu s rusákama.
It's been closed for ages.
Where did that come from? I don't care what you do, and I don't care about your cryptic shit.
Not seeing anything. You?
Access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Customer, welcome.
Opponents of the legislation have been protesting all over the world, and many of the protests have turned violent. The escalation in the violence in Hillary is only widely began to polarize the dialogue on this side. You will be watching me UN closely for any break in the story. Reporting to you.
Hello. Wait, were you followed here?
What? What do you mean?
You can't be too careful. They have eyes everywhere.
Right. And I suppose you have all I need to make sure they stay out of my business, right?
I do. But don't let the shop fool you, it is only a sideline. I mainly sell parts, raw materials, you know, the sort of thing you can use to make something else. Listen, you look familiar. Have we met before?
No, I'm pretty sure I'd remember.
I wouldn't. I get occasional memory loss. Ever since the incident. I got rid of my AUG right after that. Inner ear implant used to help me with my balance, but now I just hear ringing all the time. Do you hear that?
Hear what?
Never mind, anyway. Let's change the subject. You want some of those special ingredients I mentioned?
Sure, I'll take them.
Great. You won't be disappointed.
I think I'll be on my way.
Sure. But before you go, you don't by any chance have any neuropozine you can spare, do you?
Why do you need it if you're not augmented anymore?
My brain still thinks I am. Some joke, huh? So, can you help me out?
Sure, here you go.
Thanks. You're all right, you know that? A real friend. You should go down to my basement and have a look around. I've got some cool stuff down there.
Bad enough when he was just drugs. Anything out of the ordinary? Just keep moving. Hobos, odds, prostitutes. City is falling apart.
Human presence detected. Engaging smart home system.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Keep it out of my report. Access granted.
Tahle oblast je čistá. Přesouvám.
Ten hajzl leze do říky a dostane.
What's getting plans for the device? Don't do anything suspicious.
Yes, I heard.
Can't be done against that kind of feeling.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
In Chile, they committed massive voter fraud. Hacked combat drones attacked St.
Vážně jsme k ničemu.
Resolution 3507, also known as the Human Restoration Act. This legislation, if passed, calls for the removal and downgrading of all overly powerful, unlicensed substances.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
The primary concern, especially in the wake of the AUG incident, where millions of people lost their lives due to malfunctioning augmentation. Opponents. Sides of the issue. We will be watching the UN closely for any break in the story. This is Eliza reporting to you, Lad. From Picus.
We're all you need to get through this.
In yet another augmented terror attack. Memories of that day still haunt me. It will certainly be a while before any of us forget it. This is Eliza Cassan.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
And we at Palisade Property Bank have made a
zacíleným na zákonodárce a policejní okrsek na počátku.
I love working at the bank, but those cargo security people give me the fee. What do you expect?
Here we go.
Not seeing anything, you?
Keep it down. Spread your fear.
Hajzl leze do řití a dostane povýšení.
Glad today.
Od tohoto incidentu násilí ze strany augmentovaných imunití v celém světě zesílilo a místní úřady nemají prostředků, aby se s tím vypořádali. Slečna Sato hodlá během svého pobytu navštívit co možná nejvíce zpustošených arabských národů, aby vyhodnotila jejich situaci a lépe pochopila, proč se kdysi prosperující města jako třeba Dubaj si tu ještě plně nevzpamatovala. Reportérům na Madagamu sdělila, že doufá, že její hlášení, které odešlo bez dokončení cesty, umožní členům Rady bezpečnosti dosáhnout moudrého, uvážlivého a jednomyslného rozhodnutí. Debata ohledně drastických kroků za účelem zmírnění globálního násilí
Not much going on. Up already. Stay safe.
There's going to be a candlelight vigil next Monday in front of the former Lincoln. It would be really nice if the augmented people of the city could count on them.
Will you please stop nicely with me your activism?
All right, no.
Wouldn't think of going.
Voy a permitir. Reformy se zavedly hlavně proto, aby přilákali. A
If you're hoping to buy something from me, you're out of luck. What is it?
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
What did she say?
Access granted.
Oh, hello.
How are they taking it?
Jasně,
Nemůžem to probrat.
Likvidátor Škot už tam byl, ale že by třeba...
I couldn't imagine what it's like to be augmented these days.
Celý oddělení je skorupované.
Out of the ordinary?
They are involved. I'm shocked.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Zářivého města vytištěného na 3D. Které se pro augmentované budovy...
Milena, I got into the AUG permit registry.
Hold on. That should give me access now as well.
Why am I seeing a security timer?
Probably because neither of us have done this before. Cross your fingers. I borrowed this employee ID from a guy in a bar.
Why does it say there's only one validation slot?
Shit! The city has quotas for this kind of thing. Prague is designed to regulate people to death.
What does that mean?
The system won't let this guy register 2 people. Just scan something. There isn't much time. Help one person at least. Good. Edward's documents should hold up to any kind of scanning check now. He's as legit as he can be, without actually being legit.
I came here to help 2 people.
It doesn't always work that way. Look, you need to get out of there, please.
Milena, that permit I wasn't able to scan. What happens to Irenka now?
She probably ends up in Golem. Or she gets arrested for trying to use fake documentation. Thrown into a cell somewhere. I don't know. Doesn't exactly feel like a win, does it?
No, it doesn't.
We did the best we could. Listen, thanks for being one of the good guys.
What the hell kind of crazy thing is this? I'm going to get the police out.
He had his papers and
I can help you with something, yes?
I'm looking for Laborio.
It is me. You have come for the magic?
I'm hoping you can help me make sense of something. A strange encounter I had. A man hiding behind a screen in the sewers, surrounded by followers of some kind. His name is Richard. You used to be partners.
Richard is alive. You found him?
I'm not sure what I found, but I know I didn't like it. Richard had a way of depriving me. Things I wanted to say and do, but I couldn't.
I am so happy he is alive. Richard and I was sure that I should have known. Richard always said, the show must go on.
There was nothing entertaining about this. What is he doing down there? How is he doing it?
I have not seen Richard in many years. We developed a show together, the evolution of stage hypnosis intensified through technology. Adapted versions of the Casey and DDE designs.
A social augmentation?
in conjunction with modern hypnotic techniques, something much more powerful than mere persuasion: the communal construction of an alternate reality. For 3 hours on a Friday night, we guided people into brave new worlds.
Why do you think Richard is doing this? What's his endgame in trying to hypnotize people in a sewer?
I cannot say for sure, but after the incident, after the way things began to change, Richard said he was going to find a better place. I did not hear from him again. The loss of so many people that we knew, I believe it broke him.
He didn't seem very broken to me. More like a guru of some kind, with way too much control of the people in that room.
No, Richard is not capable of hurting anyone. At least, he was not before. He was an idealist, the kind of man who... The worlds we created together on stage, they were more beautiful than the reality.
The technology Richard is using to do all this, how does it work?
Binaural beats. Richard bounces his source transmission through a series of emitters that use targeted neural oscillation to stimulate specific areas of the basal ganglia.
Right. Let's assume I'm not familiar with that particular ganglia.
Richard is using a system of emitters that can intensify and adjust his frequency, his message, his intent. Imagine it. He can make the very soul of a transmission pierce into the brainwaves of his target audience.
I don't need to imagine it. I already know it's terrifying. These worlds you and Richard created through hypnosis, what were they exactly?
They were whatever people wanted, created together with the audience. Every night was different. After the incident, we were made to stop, treated as criminals. It was not right. People paid for their tickets and embarked on imaginative explorations. We did not hurt anyone. We would never hurt anyone.
I'm not sure that's still true for Richard. His audience now, I'm worried they may be trapped. Is that something he could be capable of? Creating a world and keeping people there indefinitely?
It depends on the personality. If someone is susceptible to the message, and if Richard keeps repeating it, it is conceivable.
Tell me how to stop Richard.
Richard is conveying a vision of himself, of themselves, of an alternate community they are building together. If it is Richard's goal to keep the people there, the only way to free them is to make them see through it.
Well, how do I do that? Last time I talked to him didn't go so well.
The signal he is transmitting, its effect is limited to a specific radius, to the room where the audience is, where the emitters are installed. Wherever Richard is must be outside of that room.
So if I get to him, I'll be able to say or do whatever I want?
Yes, but promise you won't hurt him, please.
I'm not promising anything. Something tells me if I do get in there, he's not going to be content to just talk.
There may be a better way. The emitters, they are somewhere in the room, yes? Okay then, so wait. You wait. Just wait 1 second, please. Wait for it. Wait for it. Where are you? Come. Come to me. Shh. Ba, 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 ba. Wait. Okay. I think I have what I'm looking for. I think I have found what you need. Ta-da! They are scrambling devices, our failsafe whenever things got ugly. Attach them to the emitters and it closes the ability to amplify. Good night. Show's over. Your gods are but men again.
And that'll be enough to make the people in the room see through them?
I hope. If they have been exposed for a very long time, you need to help them to see. But please be kind to Richard. I don't know what he has become, but I know what he was. A decent man once, who simply believed that the world should be better.
We all believe that. But there are better and worse ways of going about it.
You know exactly what you need to do.
Vážně,